Yeah, I'm doing good. It was kind of like a little thing more than anything. And, coach just wanted me to make a smart decision. Point. We got this here today, and I'm ready to go.
I understand you're grooming with Allen Robinson. Just what are you learning from him? What are you trying to pick up from him?
So far, not much. Just really the veteran play. You see what I mean? So far, not much. We trying to go to sleep, get some rest, and wake up the next day. But like when it comes on the field, just certain routes, certain ways that he runs routes, timing. For sure, I'll talk to A-Rod about that.
George, you got the first target of the first team period yesterday. What does that mean? Is that a hint, hey, maybe you're going to be involved more in the offense this year?
I just feel like that's more of an explosive hint. Like we're going to probably take more shots this year, try to mix it up a little bit.
Or is that something you guys talked about, something that this offense really needs?
Really just like a change. See what I mean? We didn't really like talk about it much because the same plays are the same plays. But like as far as where we're going with the ball, a huge change.
After last season and you had time to reflect, where would you like to see yourself grow in year two?
Just really, I'd probably say rack, run after catch, and that's basically based off the opportunities I get on short routes. You see what I mean? Not nothing deep unless I break a tackle on a deep ball. But I'll just probably say rack.
Yeah, speaking of the short routes, how much do you imagine your route tree will evolve over time? You're now a little bit more established.
I feel like it'll evolve a lot. And what's crazy is I already feel like myself personally, I can already run every route. It's just like when you see a tall receiver, see what I mean? So like I feel like I can run every route already. It's just put me in more opportunity to get there.
What kind of energy are you seeing from Kenny early on? I mean, does he have a different kind of attitude coming into camp this year? Is there a change that you've noticed?
Composure. Like with QBs, that's like the biggest thing. Like a lot of people, like last year, he still works extremely hard now. But last year it was more for working hard because he's learning and working. You see what I mean? But now, since you know everything, it's more about being relaxed and making the right reads.
George Deontay was telling
What kind of a weapon is Darnell Washington, and what can like a maximum effort Darnell Washington give you?
I can't even. Maximum Darnell Washington is probably the greatest tight end in the league. Just off the side, hands, and the stuff that he can do. Now learning plays, all the mental stuff, that's just coming with Darnell time. Like, as far as physicality and his ability, bro.
Is this second camp for you any different than the first?
Yeah, mine is it's a little different in a way of kind of like KP's way. I was just working extremely hard. KP had a little bit of both, learning and working. But I was just working extremely hard just to try to prove myself off of the ACL injury. That was like the biggest thing in training camp, that I wanted to show the coaches that I was okay and I was doing good. And the rest is history.
What do you think you showed this year?
This year I just probably show helping guys. That's really a lot what I've been doing lately. You guys know I really don't talk about that to let my play do the talking, but this year I've been trying to, guys like Calvin that was out, guys that's gonna make you more explosive, Hakeem, just telling guys, this what you want to do, this how you want to run it. He's gonna probably break if you try to take too many steps. You see, just certain stuff.
Are you the kind of guy that sets concrete goals for yourself, yards, touchdowns, Pro Bowl, stuff like that?
Yeah, just me personally, I can't really, I ain't throwing it to myself. But like me personally, yeah, for sure. I write those goals down all the time.
Do you think it could be for Kenny Pickett in terms of just ball distribution? You guys got a lot of mouths. Kenny's ball distribution. You're going to have a lot of mouths to feed. Is that something you think about just in terms of if you want to accomplish personal goals, the ball might be spread around?
Yeah, that'll help the Super Bowl goal. That's one of my personal ones. And distributing the ball around, that'll fulfill that one. And one thing I know about getting to the Super Bowl, those goals that are aligned with the Super Bowl are gonna come as well. So like with Kenny distributing the ball, I feel like that's gonna make everybody better, happy. You see what I mean? Like it's just gonna be a funner offense. I feel like because we got more weapons.
What goals have you written down so far?
How beneficial is it to have a guy like Allen Robinson be your roomie?
Just he was a veteran, 10 years. So like it's my second year, so I can just soak up everything that he's telling me from a veteran standpoint.
George, you said you've written down goals. What goals have you written down so far?
I've written down these goals like in the summer, like Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, 1,000 yards, most receptions, just kind of the stuff I had in college actually. But just trying to exceed those goals. Yeah.
I know Broderick Jones, one of your old teammates, he showed up to camp in an Uber a couple days ago. Is that like a signature Broderick move? Is that surprising to see that?
Yeah, Broderick is like us at Georgia, we're kind of like don't want to say we already in the NFL, but our facility, we got an $80 million facility. We already kind of know what's going on, so that's just kind of like the Georgia way, I say. Just pulling up in, fashion, style.
George, from what you've seen from the offense, what you guys are talking about, how attainable are the goals that you've set?
I feel like they're super attainable, just off like coaching. I can just feel it. I don't really gotta like last year I was so busy learning and working, I wasn't able to feel everybody's energy. But this year I just feel like everybody gonna come together.
How did Pat react when you told him that, hey, when I was little, I used to?
Nah, my fault. I actually had, I told him that, and he was like, man, you're gonna make me feel old. People gonna say that, but I actually got a picture. Like, I'll have to pull it up, but I got an old picture when I was LSU versus Alabama. He clamped up Julio, and I was there, bro. I took a picture with him when I was little, so.
Opposite of Uber, a few years ago, Antonio Brown arrived via helicopter at the pinnacle of his career. Would you ever think of the pinnacle arriving here in a helicopter?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's just cool. That's the cool.
How much did you have a chance to, hang out with Kenny outside of football? Outside of OTAs and stuff like that over this offseason?
It's been really good. Miami, we threw in Miami a lot. I was just in Kenny room last night, so like me and Kenny always been, and we got drafted together. So that means like me and him are like, it's more like a second nature type of stuff. You know what I mean? We joke, we laugh. We so cool when we talk about football.
George, everybody's talking about this year 1 to year 2 progression for you and for Kenny. With that, how important is it for you guys to be able to be there for each other and help each other through that natural progression into your second year in this league?
The most, that's probably the biggest thing out of all the questions, because that's the most important thing, is just making him feel comfortable, making me feel comfortable, making Tate feel comfortable, making everybody, offensive coordinator, everybody. And with that, it's just communication. When you out there in the field and you just feel like you throwing to an ego, you see what I mean? Or you feel like you just throwing to a number, and that's not, sometimes you're going to get tip pigs, tip balls, but if you know the guy and you're making him feel comfortable, he's like, oh, this is my friend.
When you talk about that comfortability, do you get a sense that Matt is more comfortable with a lot of you guys back this year and a vet like Allen in this mix too?
Yeah. I feel like all the coaches, to be honest, are more comfortable just because it is year 2, and you do got a quarterback who already knows the plays. You do got receivers who already know the plays. According to last year, everything was on the run. So I feel like literally every coach around here is feeling a much uplifted